Hi everyone, welcome to this short tutorial which will help you to understand the SUMIF function in popular spreadsheet applications. I'm using Excel, but I'm sure that the SUMIF function is available in other spreadsheet applications too. Alright, so here I've got my spreadsheet. I'm just kind of setting it up at the moment. Let's just imagine that we have Mr. John's amazing music shop. So this is my music shop data set. I sell saxophones, and the product ID for saxophones is SX101. This is a sax, is it saxophone or saxophone? I think it's saxophone, isn't it? Does Excel give you hints about spelling? No red line. Anyway, I think it's saxophone. The sales price for one of my saxophones is $135, and I sold 2 of them this morning, so my total sales price is going to be equal to a function, and it's basically going to be equal to this piece of data here, which is in cell C4, multiplied by this piece of data. Okay, so there we have the first line of my spreadsheet. I sold another saxophone, by the way, SX101, and this is just some more data that I'm putting into my spreadsheet. Again, the sales price is 135. Do I have to type that? Oh dear. Oh, we'll get there later. Units sold, I just sold another one, and so this is going to be equal to this multiplied by this. Brilliant. I also sell trombones. So trombone, 200 is the product ID. Trombone. Sales price is 120, and I sold 3 of those this morning. So again, let's make a formula. All formulas start with an equal sign. Equals this piece of data here in cell C6 multiplied by this piece of data. And Excel will do the calculating for me. I just have to tell it the formula. Excel will do the rest. I also, let's just put in one more. I also sell, what else do I sell? Flutes. That's the product idea for my flutes. And the sales price for a flute is a bit cheaper, it's $90. I sold 6 of those today. And so my total sales is that multiplied by that. Brilliant. Okay. There's not very much data there, is there? Let's just grab a line of, just to make some more test. So there's some more trombones. Let's just mix up the numbers a little bit. Look how it automatically adjusts everything. So Excel is very smart. Brilliant. We'll stick in some more flutes. And we'll just mess around with the numbers a little bit. Okay. And we'll have a few more saxophones. Brilliant. So, and let's just do a total sales down here. The grand total is going to be equal to this plus this plus this plus this plus this. Wait a minute. That's going to take me forever. Let's just use the sum function. Equals the sum of all of these numbers. We'll just close the bracket. Brilliant. Bing. And let's format all of these to look like a currency and to 0 decimal places. Brilliant. That's fine. Now then, what we're going to do today is look at how we can use a SUMIF function to create some summary data. So what I'm going to have here is product, and what I'm going to have here is total sale. Okay? So let's just have a look at the list. We've got saxophones. We've got trombones. Do I need to use plural? It doesn't really matter. We've got flutes. And that's all, isn't it? Saxophones, trombones, and flutes. So I can see that for saxophones we sold 270 plus 135 plus 675 plus 135. That's the total sale for saxophones. Now what I'm going to do is create a function which is the SUMIF function. It asks me for a range, it asks me for a criteria, and it asks me for the sum range. Well, the criteria is the thing that we're looking for, and we're looking for saxophones. So we'll get to that a bit in a minute. Where can we find the saxophone information? Well, we can find it in this range of cells here. So in this range of cells, which is there, comma, the criteria is saxophone. So I'm going to put, oh dear, we can continue editing it here. The criteria is saxophone. Be very careful with your spelling. Notice that text goes into quotation marks in Excel. And the sum range is the range of cells that give us the sum, the result. So the sum range is in this range of cells here. And if I press enter, boom! Okay? That's the result. Let's just do that again for trombones. Equals SUMIF. The range is the place where I'm looking for the criteria. And I know that the criteria is trombones. So I can find trombones in this range, comma. I'm looking for trombones, trombones. I'm looking for trombones, and the sum range is in the sales column. That's the sum range. What? 0? I don't believe it. I can see trombones here. Ah, trombone. But in my formula, I put trombones. But in this range, this blue range here, this range, I cannot find trombones. No, I can only find trombone. So let's take away that S and enter. Brilliant! And flutes equals SUMIF. The range is here. This is where we can find the criteria. The criteria is flute, F-L-U-T-E, and the sum range is in my sales column. There it is. That's the sum range. And we got 0 again. Flute, flutes. Why did I do it like that? Be consistent. And again, we can format that to have $signs and whatever. Brilliant. Now, before I go, just one more thing. Let's say that this trombone data is wrong. I did not sell trombones here. I sold flutes. So watch what happens when I change that to flutes. Look at these numbers. At the moment, we have 1170 and 2040. But when I change that to flutes, this data changes as well. And let's say that I add another unit of saxophone sold. Well, that is going to impact this, and this is going to impact this. Let's do enter. So this goes to 405, and this goes to 1350. Okay? I'm just going to make all of this 0. So I'm going to put 0 there, and I'm just going to copy down into the other cells. So it's all 0, and look what happens. We have no trombone sales, we have no flute sales, but we do have $405 worth of saxophone sales, and I can see that quite clearly here. So that's how to do SUMIF. Good luck.